Look at this, man. We're in the 25th or the 24th of July. Look at the skies, man. This is supposed to be British summertime. Look at the skies. At the moment it's about 12 degrees Fahrenheit. 12 degrees Fahrenheit. The weather keeps changing. Sometimes the morning will be warm and then it's raining in the afternoon. Look at the skies, man. The demonic people of this earth, they're trying to block out the sunlight. They're trying to block out the sunlight. Which means that they block out that sunlight, things won't grow. They're causing it to rain and the fields to flood. The farmers' fields to flood. Look at this, man. It's been like this going on for about 3 years now in the UK. We're not getting any proper summers. This is July. July! We're almost in August. And occasionally we get a hot day and then it goes back cold again. Sometimes it's cold in the morning and hot in the afternoon. These people are messing around, these demonic forces, messing around with nature. Messing around with nature. Go ask the farmers about what's happening with their crops in the UK. Go and ask them in the USA, France and Germany. You don't see anything on the TV about these farmers fighting back. Yeah, their fields are being flooded, and if their fields are being flooded due to this so-called climate change, it means nothing grows. Nothing that grows. And so if there's a food shortage, prices go up. They're trying to get farmers off their land so they can use the farmland for other purposes. Look at it. Without that sunlight either, which protects our immune system, I'll say it one more time, which protects our immune system. Without that, vitamin D, which protects our immune system, then guess what? We're going to start being sick more often. And it's not just physical sickness. The sun also has an effect on our emotions and our moods. So expect a lot more depression. Expect a lot more anxiety when you don't get enough sunlight. These people are trying to cool down the planet. They're trying to cool it down. The planet has a natural cycle. The sun has come 240,000 miles almost closer to this planet. That's a natural phenomenon. Ask any scientists out there to come to me, challenge me, that sun hasn't actually come 240,000 miles closer to this planet. We're in a new time. We're in the age of the sun. We're in the age of the sun. Wake up, people. They're trying to take away our humanity. They want us locked up indoors. Look at the skies. Soon this will be all over the planet. Cooling down the planet. Shit. I've seen some kids earlier on and they had on raincoats. Thick raincoats on. In this climate where it should be really about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's, yeah, around about that temperature anyway. Raincoats on. Shit. Hi everyone, this is Eldad Amara. Do you just see that video I just showed you just a minute ago? Man, what a change in the weather, man. We're in the UK and we've had no summer really so far. The odd 1 or 2 days where it's been warm, but you know, mainly it's been rain and it's been quite cold. The average temperatures, I reckon, somewhere between 12 to 15 degrees. It's been really, really cold. And I'll say over the last 3 years, we've had so much rain. It's like the seasons are starting to even out. But is this naturally or is this man-made? I would say that it's man-made. Now, there's a lot of scientists worldwide. They're conforming to this new program, and they're conforming to this Agenda 2030, okay, under the UN and under WEF, that's the World Economic Forum. They're talking about sustainable goals and sustainability and trying to get rid of fossil fuels, which they say is causing the warming of the planet, carbon, okay? So they're trying to get rid of fossil fuels. There's a guy just the other day, a family actual fact. Let me read this out. Man, they're taking things so far. They were fined £175 penalty, okay, for unreasonable excessive smoke. Now, this is what it says here. A household has been found £175 for illegal use of a wood-burning stove. The penalty was the first under a crackdown by Wakefield Council in West Yorkshire, designed to improve air quality and reduce pollution. This is all part of this WEF and the UN. Trust what I'm telling you, right? Trying to make us more responsible for carbon, and global warming. The authority brought in a new measure in December to allow environmental health officers to issue fixed penalty notices to stop excessive smoke emissions. Do you hear me? Let me read that bit again. The authority brought in new measures in December to allow environmental health officers to issue fixed penalty notices to stop excessive smoke emissions. Current rules restrict the types of wood burners and fuel that can be used in homes. So they're restricting the types of burners that you can use and the types of wood you can use in your home. Wakefield is covered by a smoke control order, meaning only exempt appliances approved by DEFRA can be used in homes, and only wood with a low moisture level can be burned. And this report was by Jack Hemmings, the Council Cabinet Member for the Environmental Health on Climate Change. Man. So, they're doing all kinds of things at the moment to try and cool down this planet, okay? And you got these things called chemtrails. Some people say they don't believe in chemtrails, but it's funny. Since 1990, alright? Around about the mid-1990s, we've been having these chemtrails up in the sky. If you look at the sky, it doesn't look anything like what it used to before 1990s. Right, so there's something going on. They're spraying something up in the air to try and cool down the planet. And there's scientists and there's other groups, okay? They're experimenting with the weather. You've got the HAARP, which is HARP, and that's short for High Frequency Active Aurora Research Programs. Go and look them up. Go look up HARP. That is a High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. And when did they start? Established in 1993. What? Established in 1993. Now, they've been taken over by another group since 2015. I can't remember the name of the group. But, for example, this HARP and HARP-like projects. This HARP and HARP-like projects have been found in places like Lithuania, Russia, Ukraine, South Korea, where else? Japan, China, Singapore, Romania, Nigeria, Kenya, India, Brazil, Uruguay, South Africa, Argentina, Ecuador, the USA, Canada, Italy, Germany, Czechoslovakia, Netherlands, Poland, the UK, right? In the UK also, in the southwest. I think the place in the southwest in Wales is Penarvon. I think it's Penarvon, alright? Drop me a line and correct me if I'm incorrect. Drop me a line. Okay, here's the countries. Can you see them? Okay? And that's not all of the countries either. Doing HARP-like experiments all over the globe. They're trying to do what? I want you to go and check out HARP and some of these other scientific programs. What are they doing to the atmosphere? Now, if they're trying to cool down the planet, I'm not talking about HARP, okay? I'm not talking about HARP necessarily. And I say that one more time, I'm not talking about HARP necessarily, but some of these other scientific groups are experimenting with the atmosphere and with the weather, right? Some people have said like some of these groups have been responsible for things like earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, etc. and the cooling and the warming of the planet. Now, us as humans, we need the sun. We need vitamin D because vitamin D protects our immune system. And if we haven't got that protection, we're going to get ill. So whilst they're out there trying to cover up the sun and trying to cool down the planet, you have to also think, what about us as human beings? We need the sun. We need a vitamin D. Not only us need a vitamin D, the insects, the plants, yeah, the vegetables also need the vitamin D. Another thing, that sun, our sun, is very important because the sun brings different frequency. It's a new age and it's a new time, and the sun brings new frequencies. Okay? It's starting to wake people up, and they don't want people to wake up. They want people to stay asleep. They want them to stay asleep in their slumber. They want people to stay asleep in their slumber. That sun has now returned again after 6,000 years. You see, we have a moon cycle for 6,000 years. Then we have the sun cycle for 6,000 years. Then we have the moon cycle again for 6,000 years. And then we have the sun cycle, right, for 6,000 years. This is a natural progression, yeah? So now we're back into the sun cycle. And the planets will naturally get warm, but things will even out. Now that sun has moved 240,000 miles closer to this planet. The ones who don't want that sun are trying to block it out. They're trying to cool down the planet. They're trying to cool down the planet. They're trying to make us all responsible for our carbon footprints. They don't want us using things like wood burners and coal and soon gas. They want us to move over to electric and to solar power. That way we are much more easier to control. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe and share. This is Eldad Amara with another video, over and out. One other thing, please check out my newsletters, which will be coming out starting from the end of August. So if you sign up to my mailing list at eldadamara@yahoo.com, that's eldadamara@yahoo.com, you will get a newsletter sent to you, okay? Thank you.